So this is what is behind door number 2. We've got some text to get through, a little bit of special rules, and then I'll show you the board. Finally, you make it inside the mountain, but your victory is short-lived. Just past the cave opening huddles another group of defenders, muscle-bound Algox with icy fists. They've gathered in a circle, positioned like a lord's private guard around some person of value, except all they seem to be protecting is an ice-covered gap in the floor. They guard the sky hall, your Algox companion whispers. We must break through that barrier if we are to end this fight. The guards, noticing your approach, turn and shout, You cannot pass, intruders. The sky hall is closed to your kind. They move quickly, uncrossing their arms and stepping forward. Your body is worn and your lungs still burn from the climb, while these guards are fresh to the battle, wholly rested and prepared to brawl. But it matters little. There is no other way forward. So our special rules are Ice Sheet A has C times L plus 2 hit points. L, remember your order of operations here. L plus 2, that's level plus 2, that's 2 level. Plus 2 is 4 times our C is the number of characters or classes, I guess, classes, which is 1, 2, 3. So 3 times 4 is 12. That's not so bad, considering that it's not also going to be attacking us. And so there's the setup. We have an elite. An elite scout, which can be quite a pain. 3 normal scouts and 1 normal, I say again, normal Algox guard. So we're all done with archers. That's quite a good thing for a couple of reasons. 1, we don't have to deal with those. 2, we've already killed one for Exterminator for Hugin and Moonin. So if we can kill that guard with Hugin or Moonin and at least one of these scouts, then great. And there is a chest. Here's the ice sheet back there. Now I do have 2 more movement, and I've been kind of really, I've been going through and through. Oh, here are their actions. Throwing axe for our guard, and then nothing special for these scouts. And so I don't want to make it too far in because I don't want to be attacked by these 2. If I go to this one to disarm this, then I'll be attacked from both 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I'll be attacked by both of these and these 2. If I disarm this one, then I'm attacked by just these 2. So here is all I'm going to do with Hugin. We will use our disarm, or drag down disarm, so that that one does not attack this round. Which is pretty nice, right? We're mitigating 1, but we're also mitigating 2 attacks from these 2 because they don't have the movement to get to us. Scouts do have a lot of movement. The elite has 5 and the normals have 4, so 1, 2, 3, 4. They're going to be in our face, but at least we won't be seeing an attack from a throwing axe from that guard because it will move 2 and then it has a range of 2. So that's nice of him. That is burned and gives us 1 experience. We're up to 2 out of 150, guys. We're almost there. And then, more importantly, hornet stingers, which will actually give us another another important XP from Hornbeetle Carapace, and then it will be gone. So this is going to be an attack of 2, and I'm only able to attack this 1. So an attack of 2, make it 3. That's a good start for that archer number, or sorry, scout number 5. And it is poisoned, which is also very, very good. Okay. That means we get to switch, which is the most important thing, because he has no more cards left, and Moonin has 2. So unfortunately, Moonin, oh, that's right. Moonin is now going to make 1 attack and then has to switch, or has to rest. But I plan on burning a ton of cards to get through this as quick as possible for many reasons. Let's see here. Next. Oh, and that was at, hey, never mind. That's another damage because he was also strengthened. Okay. Well, I'll take that for sure. Next. Now we know. Oh man. Okay. Well, I can't use draining arrows bottom ability to move 1 because 1, 2, 3. That's the only place I could have gone. But I'd rather him be disarmed than moving a token back. I don't know. I guess so. We get to move 3. And then continuous health for the attack 2, and then we do gain a token back. So 1, 2. Now here's the thing. Maybe I do something like this to mitigate another hit for him because, or I guess at this point, her. So let's do that, and then I'll use this to soften up this one. I don't want to necessarily kill this one yet. Let's start softening up these other ones. So that's an attack of 2, and then I'm going to move back my crushing weight 1. Oh, for crying out loud, I am so sick of this guy. Uller is really pissing me off. For a hunter, he is really, really bad. Okay. Okay, so that guard we already know is just going to move up 2. That's his turn. And then in come the attacks. So first is the elite here. That one is 2 away from both, so it will move into the face of Moonin. And we have leather armor, so we'll use that now, knowing that this is going to be a kind of a bad attack. So it has disadvantage, -2. I'll probably end up taking that one, and a -1. Don't like seeing a -1 being pulled out for that, but a -2 I will certainly take. It has an attack of 4, and I can't use, we're right back to this again, we can't use this in the future round, in the next round. So 4 -2, that's only 2 damage. Next is number 1, normal. That goes into the face of, you can't even see him anymore. Can you see his club at least? Yeah, a little bit. Goes into his face, Uller's face, and we're going to see an attack of 0 plus 0. So that's an attack of 2 plus 0. We'll drop our Unbreakable down to take 1 hit, 1 damage. That's the, oh, nope. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. They are truly in our face here. Now we have the long rest for our Bone Shaper. Heal up 2. That's nice. And I'm dropping Malicious Conversion. Oh, let's actually see them move first. 1, 2. 1, 1, 2, 1, 2. There they go. There they go. I hope that we don't get smushed in here. We're gonna have to move out so that we can make some space for our swarm here. I'm getting rid of malicious conversion for the long rest for her. I mean, it would be nice to be able to use this, and it's a move 3. I've got other cards that I want to be playing for her, so I'm okay with losing that one, and that's it for that round. Yeah, we've already dealt quite a hit to this one. That one's taken 4 damage and is now poisoned, so it has 7 more damage left. Everybody else is healthy, of course, but yeah, we've got help coming. Let's see if we can hold out just a little bit longer. Once we take this out, we do have to run across the room and still take care of that. But for 12 damage, let's actually put 12 here so I don't have to keep remembering that. For 12 damage, it's not so bad. And maybe we can just wait for them and they can take care of it. I don't know. It might take a while for them to get there. But all right, that's it for this round. Let's see what we can do next. We've got an interesting turn here. I'm going as early as possible, and I had to make a couple, like one or two choices that I don't really like, but I need it. I need it to be this way. We're going to be starting off with 14 for. I've got a nice zoomed in here. I'm hoping we can finally see everything except for Moonin. There he is. She. I'll move you out of the way slightly. Uller is going at 14. We're going to heal and then make the attack for bringing back a token. Then at 18 and 76, because I've got a tie here, Mind Spike for the, well, I don't know how I'm going to do this. I might use this top ability with a move 4, or I might use Firefly Swarm's attack ability with a move 2. In both cases, I will be burning. I feel like I'm not going to be able to switch, but I can't switch anyway. There's no point to do that. We're going to do a long rest after this. So do I immobilize and then they suffer some damage, or do I just make an attack against these two? Probably. So yeah, once I see their initiatives and what they're going to be doing, if they're all going to be making range attacks, then what's the point of immobilizing them is my thought. So it looks like they do range attacks. I don't know if I've seen them do it yet, but if they're all going to be attacking, maybe I just back up and then make them not attack. Yeah, I think I'll be back. Anyway, 18 for with Flow of the Black River. Heal with the initiative. I needed that initiative. And Life and Death just means I'm not going to be playing any of this. So probably just a move 2. I wanted to heal so that I could potentially bring something back in later, but I needed my earliest card and my latest card in order to make sure that she was going after Moon in there. Okay, let's see what they're doing. So we've got Guard is Psych up at 55. So that's after for sure. One less move, which is a move of 2. So making sure that it doesn't move might be a good option because then it would be standing there. We'll see. And then it's going man, I'm forgetting that one. Strengthen itself. Then the Scouts, a hasty assault. So at least, okay, more movement but less attack. But if we make them not move, then we won't see an attack. However, because we're going so early, I don't think the making them not move is a good idea because because they're not going to need to move very far. I could make sure that these two don't attack. That's 40. That's after us as well. And now the priest at 8. That's a good one, but I don't think it's able to do anything. No, it's not. It's too far away. So let's do this now. It's just going to move 1, so it goes to there. Or does it move at all? You know, I feel like it doesn't move at all because this isn't closer to any target. I think in this case it does not move. It really doesn't matter, to be honest. It's going to stay right where it is. An attack of +1 at range 3, 1, 2, 3. There's nothing in that way. That's too bad. Priest is done. Drifter, here we go. So let's heal up for 2. 1, 2, we're at 9 health. And then sustained momentum, that's an attack of 2. And then we move our token back. I'm going to, we gain more experience for that. Now we're at 12 experience. I'm going to move our unbreakable back because they're still on the board. And I have a way of moving it back with moving everything else. So I'm going to move unbreakable back. This is an attack of 2, +2 from crushing weight. I've already moved that up. Hey, a +1. So that is against number 1, of course. I don't think I needed to say that, but there it is. That's an attack of 2 + 2 + 1 is 5 damage under number 1. Finally, like welcome, welcome to the game here. Uller, 5 damage. That's almost half its health already. Now we go to Moonin. Moonin, I think the best idea right here is let's just use this as a move 2, because this is a range at 3, 4, but I can only hit 1, 2, 3. The normal, what's that called? Guard back there. So let's move out of the way. 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'll make the attack against number 1 and number 2 for those scouts there. So that's that. We'll use this. That's an attack of 3 for both of them. Yep, so we'll hit 1 first and then number 2, and then it burns with some experience. So number 1, that's a +0, so that takes 3 on number 1. And then number 2 also gets 3 damage. So we're at, we've got 6, 7, 8 damage on number 1 and 3 on number 2, and then 4 and poisoned on number 5. So we're dealing some decent damage here. I'm feeling pretty good. Let's not get too cocky though. And that's the end of his turn, so I can remove that from his thing. Okay. Like what I'm not seeing a lot of is 1 experience for every target. You know, I don't know if I've seen that here. So I feel like experience got an overhaul in Frosthaven. All right. Before we do any of this, we'll send in, unfortunately, it moves to there. Man. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, it's out of range. Okay. But number 1 goes 1, 2, and it will attack number 6 here because it's an elite. Look at that, guys. Look at that tiny little Draugr guy there, times 2. It's only, okay, it's not that great. It's 4 damage, but hey, somebody has to do it. Might as well be the Draugr. So that's number what? It's number 6 with 4 damage. Now all of them are damaged except for that guard, and that one actually might be a little easier to contend with. All right, let's move ever so slightly with life and death. 1, 2. Get her face in that direction here. And then Flow of the Black River is a heal of 1 plus the number of summons, 1, 2, 3. That's 4, which actually puts her back to full health now. Fantastic. Fantastic. That's a good turn. Now it's the scouts' turns with Hasty Assault. Oh, and then this guy gets to move up there. Hasty Assault. Bam, right there. Let's see that first attack. The monster. Hey, jeez. Times 2, -1. That's an attack of 4. -1 is 3 times 2 is 6. Number 1 already has 2 damage on it. So even with those 2, I mean, regardless, it's going to die. So that one is also now dead, which pulls that off. That was quite the sneeze. Okay, now number 1 here will make an attack against Uller. I'm fine with that being gone. Anything of importance there? No? With a +1. Okay, well, they're not so bad. It's just an attack of 2. 2, let's see here. 1, 2, 1 for unbreakable, so just 1 damage. And next is number 2. That one squeezes in there. That's also attacking him. A -1 with a -1 means that it does 0 damage, which is good. And then number 5 also squeezes in here and attacks Uller with a +1. We've already seen that that's 2, -1 is 1, +1 is 2, -1 is 1 damage, and 1 more experience. We're at 13 experience here. 13 experience, 7 health, and look at where those are. I'm really liking this class right now. I'm really liking the Drifter class. That was another one that I believe I said, oh, it's kind of like Tinkerer. I really liked Tinkerer, but I don't think I'm going to like the Drifter class. I'm really liking it. I just don't like Uller, okay? That's all. Now it is the guard's turn, and with a -1 move, he's not able to get too far in there. So he just moves up slightly. He would have liked to go here. Of course, let's see, right back there, there's a hex. But not able to get there. This angle, it's hard. I'm looking forward to a. Oh, he does get strengthened. I'm looking forward to a scenario where there are no Algox, because it's just hard to see everybody. Psych up means I need to shuffle. Another shuffle here, another shuffle there, shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Okay, so that's it for this round. Unfortunately, we're going to have a couple long rests. Yeah, it's actually really unfortunate. We're going to see a couple long rests. I might take a short rest. It depends on how I'm feeling here. But let's see what my choices are for this next round. All right, so we're going to start off at 14 with Uller. I had to take a short rest with him, and this is the card, unfortunately, that I lost for him. It was one that I kind of wanted to use. Well, I'll be using Draining Arrows probably for that bottom ability. With his Winged Shoes, 1, 2, 3. I need to get out of there and make some space. I just need to make some space. So let's let's move out of the way, and then prudent preparation for a shield and some retaliation. This, because I'm standing next to one. Oh, there's also a treasure chest right there. So I want to move towards that, and I also have to get to the thing, the ice wall. Scenario is complete when all enemies are dead and the ice sheet has been destroyed. So we have to kill everybody. Okay. Well, let's start making my way over there. I'm getting low, but I'm not so worried about these scouts. We've dealt a lot of damage to them. Next up at 30 is Vorder. I think I'm just going to use this to move to pick up that other loot back there. And then Eternal Torment will curse them and then grant somebody to make an attack. I'm hoping 30 is fast enough to attack those scouts before they get a chance to attack us. And then long rest. I need the long rest for Hugin and Moonin because I couldn't see myself taking 2 short rests in the same round. I'm going to do it with Hugin and Moonin so that Moonin can stay in and really do some good damage from back there. Okay, let's see what they're doing. Again, our guard here is strengthened. So let's see what his attack is going to be. Well, nothing special. Cool. At 50, which is after us. Then the scouts. Greed. Fan-freaking-tastic. Wow. At 35. That couldn't have come at a better time. Yep. And then our priest. I'd like to be seeing some attacks here. Just going to move and heal a little bit and then bless herself again. That's just nice for herself. So first up is the drifter guy here. Now, do I want to do this? I think I do. Yeah. So what I'm going to do the thing that I said. Let's jump 1, 2, 3 over to here. Because if I didn't do that, it would move here and then it would still attack. And then we're going to put prudent preparation up in our active station. Let's move back. Let's see. Should I move back Unbreakable Wall or Crushing Weight? Both of them are on 6 at the moment. So I'd really like to be hitting that wall, right? But I need him to survive. So I think I'm going to move back Unbreakable for that reason. Okay. Then the Bone Shaper. Nope, that's not what I'm trying to do. Okay. This is perfect. This one's going to move up to, actually, is it? 1, 2, 3. It's not. It's in a good space already. So it's going to attack number 5, which is poisoned. +0. So that's an attack of 1 + 1 is 2 damage onto number 5. It is now at 6 damage. Out of 11. Yep. Then is number 3, our Draugr back there. I'm going to keep saying Draugr, but it's a shambling skeleton. That one is going to make an attack of 2. Son of a. That's for another 2 damage because it's attack of 2, +1 because of the poison. So it has 8 out of 11 damage. That's not too bad. Now let's go. Well, let's go pick up this loot. We'll move over here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll use Fell Remedy just to move a couple to pick up that loot. I don't need to heal. and then Eternal Torment, a range of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4 onto 5. So let's take a curse. We'll put that into their deck here in a second. We'll also increase darkness, pretty cool. And our summon, our shambling skeleton, will make an attack of 2. No, it will not. Okay, we're right back in this again, aren't we? Let's see what our loot token is. It's a hide. It's 2 hides, actually. So that's something. Okay. Okay. Next is, that was the bone shaper, the scouts. The scouts are going to move and then loot. Well, they don't, there's nothing for them to loot. Greed will go away. So 6 is 1, 2 to get to 3 or 1, 2. So it will jump back here to, yeah, now he's going to be surrounded back here to Uller. Number 1 will also go back here. Number 2, however, is going to get in that face, and number 5 stays there. That's really unfortunate now. I'm blocked in that doorway, and Uller is way far away from everybody else. Huh. Okay. Well, I mean, I'll take that because we didn't take any damage. Yeah. Then nothing special with a strengthen from the guard here. Well, let's put that curse in really quickly. Okay, and now a 0 or a miss. Darn. So they'll take that 0. Of course they will. That's an attack of 3, I believe. 3 for the normal. With a nothing special is a +0. That's 1 more for unbreakable. So that's 3, 2, and then prudent preparation means that I will take 1 damage, and it will lose a damage from that attack because of retaliation. So it takes 1 damage. It now has 1 damage on it. Number 4. Okay. Well, that went pretty smoothly, I guess. Next is you're just moving up. You're going to heal both of us, but there's no damage on the Wraith, and there's no damage on Vorder. And then it's going to bless itself. Where's the other blessing? There it is. And I'll get that shuffled into her deck right now. Yep. That's her turn. And that's the round. Things are going, well, I don't want to say smoothly, but they're not horrendous. This is kind of a problem here. And that's also a problem. They've really, look at this. The AI knows what to do. The AI really does know what to do here. Honestly, hats off to Isaac for creating finally an AI that feels real. All right, so in that last round, I did not forget. I did forget, but I didn't forget in a way. All right, so in that last round, I forgot to say that we're taking a long rest with the Harrower, Germinate, Hunin, and Moonin, and I'm dropping Harvest the Essence for that. I don't need that bottom heal anymore, and I'm not going to be using that top, so that's gone. And for this round, we're going to be going first with Moonin. We're going 18 with Mind Spike. I'm going to use this just as a default 2 movement to back up 1 so that I can make this attack against number 2 and 5 and push them back a little bit. Maybe I kill 2. It is, 5. It is poison and it needs 3 damage. So all I need to do is pull it +0 or better. Then at 27 is Uller down there. He's kind of in a pickle here, but I don't know what to do. I'm going to back up, maybe pick up this loot and heal a little bit. I want to make my way to this so I have somebody attacking it. And heal up a little bit. And I'm also going to make this is going to be my final attack. Attack 2, make it 4. Crushing weight is gone, but I'm bringing back, or will be gone, because of that ability, but I'll be keeping Unbreakable around for 1 more round. Then at 43, unfortunately pretty late, is Vorder for the move 4, and then this transfer of essence. I don't really know what else I can do, so I think I'm going to stick with those. We'll see how I can use it. So let's first see what our priest ally is going to do, because I'm kind of interested in how that one is going to aid us this round. Yeah, okay. 62, nothing special. I will take that, because that is an attack at range. It's an attack of 3, which is pretty decent. Let's see here. Yep, that's what it is. So the priest is at 62. Then the scout is at 40 with a hasty assault. That means a -1 for the attack. 40 is before the Bone Shaper, which is kind of unfortunate. And then the guard is at 30 with another hasty assault. Yeah, which is also before, but he's out of the way. I was kind of hoping that we'd be able to see some attacks back here before they got a turn, but let's see. Let's see here. We're going to back up 1 with Moonin, and then make the attack 2 and push them back. But it's 1, 2, 3. They're both in range. They're both in line of sight. And an attack of 2. Let's see the attack on number 2 first. That's a -1. Let's get that out of the way. So that's just 1 damage on number 2, and a ×2 on number 5. So that's 2 plus the poison is 3 × 2 is 6. That is, he just got obliterated there. This one does get pushed back. I guess it really doesn't matter. And this one is removed. Fantastic. 1 down. So that means, we're not trapped back there anymore, which is a pretty decent thing. Okay. Nothing else from that. Good work. Now we're at 27 for the Drifter. Uller. Let's do that attack first. Attack 2, let's make it 4. That finally gets rid of crushing weight. Man. Oh, that's unfortunate, but it's worth it. It will be worth it. So this is an attack of 4. Who needs some damage here? Number 1 or number 6? 1 is closest to death. It needs 3, 6, 7, 8. It needs 3 damage. Number 1 does. Number 6 needs quite a bit more. So let's attack number 1, I think. Yeah, let's attack number 1 with 4. So even if I pull that number, that -1, which I did, That's an attack of 3, which is enough to kill that number 1. Yep, right there. Need another token. There we go. Both of them are gone. And, oh, Moonin killed a scout. So Moonin needs to kill that that last guard in order to fulfill Exterminator. That would be pretty exciting, wouldn't it? Where are we here? And then we back up. We move 2 and heal. Where did I put that card? There it is. We move 2 and heal. Let's back up over the that chest. We'll heal for 2. 1, 2. Let's see what that chest is. That chest is number 32 in the Frosthaven rulebook. Towards the end somewhere. Number 32 is right there. Gain 3 loot cards. Like, hell yeah. Hell yeah, man. 3 loot cards. 1, 2, 3. Let's see what these are. Some arrow vine. He's already got some arrow vine. A metal and 2 more metal. Interesting. So metal and arrow vine. I'll take that. Okay. Next is that guard. That guard is going to do hasty assault against, yeah, it's going to be chasing him down, Uller. And this is going to be an attack of -1 plus 0 for an attack of 3, -1, oops, -1 again for unbreakable, so just 1 damage. Not too bad. Hasty assault for those 2 scouts now. So first we'll take care of you. You're running after him as well. Maybe back that up a tad. And let's see what its attack is. Freaking A, it's a +1. Okay, well that's the end of Unbreakable too. So that's 4 for the attack. I also gain this too because it's the elite. 4 for the attack, -1 for hasty assault, +1 for its modifier, and then -1 for unbreakable, and unfortunately it's gone. So 4, 3, 4, 3 damage on that hasty assault. He got 15 experience from those 2 cards. I can't imagine having a third one out there. Okay, next, this one's going to be moving up. I guess heads, tails. That's heads, so it went in that direction. And it's going to make a hasty assault against our little guy there. That's a -1, already a -1. So that's an attack of 2. -1, -1 is 0 damage. We're not even going to be able to see the use of the Warden's robes, huh? That's the Scout Bone Shaper turn. Here we go. So this is going to move here, right in the way of our of our guy there, but she's going to be able to move. This is an attack of 1. Nope, it's a miss. Okay, I guess if someone's going to miss, it's going to be the spirit. I'm all right with that. And now the other one, that's an attack of 2, +1 is 3 damage onto number 2. So we're up to 6, 7 damage on that scout. Okay. I feel like 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4 to get that loot. And let's just punch it. Let's just punch it. Dark Tidings was my move of 4. And now we'll just use Transfer of Essence for that, just a default of 2, an attack of 2, -1. All right, well, we're in its face now. It has 8 damage, so we just need 3 more damage. Can the priest do it? Here she comes. She does have line of sight through that door. You can see right there. And from there, she can make the attack ×2, and it's not even one of her blessings. They have an attack of 3. ×2 is 6, which kills that scout. Wow. That went fast. We actually get a loot for that, for Vorder there. Let's check that out real quick. Some more hide. She's got quite the bit there. So nicely done. Nicely done, man. She came in and hit pretty hard at that last one. So we only have these 2 enemies down here now, which is pretty nice. This one is hurt, and that one has a scratch. And Uller is going to be taking a long rest. So I've got some shuffling to do once again. So that's it for that round. I've got 2 long rests coming up here, and Moonin is not one of them. So Moonin has to maybe, do I have enough movement? And then 1, 2, 3, 4. I do have enough movement. So I'll be able to make an attack with Moonin, which is pretty decent. And then the horde will come in and chase these down, while hopefully we can do a little bit of work on that ice wall. I'm feeling good, but man, I'm exhausted. This is a long, long scenario. As of this round, let's do some cleanup and see what we can get ourselves into next. So I had to take 2 short rests this round. One by Vorder, because I just feel like it's best for us to get in the mix now. I don't really have time, and I mean, I've got a lot of time, but I want Uller to do something while he's still alive. So let's get in their faces quick instead of taking a long rest and belonging this even further. Dark Tidings is what dropped for her. This is really, I wanted to use this. I remember I was about to get rid of it in a long rest because I thought, I won't be able to use it. Here's my opportunity to do it once they all reach here, and I would be able to do it. But now, of course, not the case. And then Uller was the other one, and it was the exact card I wanted to get rid of. This is basically useless for him now because it's just an attack 2 now. We don't have unbreakable or crushing weight anymore. They're not active. In this bottom, I'm just not going to do. So it's now a default in both cases, going late. That's it. And we're going to be starting first with Vorder at 18. We're going to be using Flow of the Black River and Eternal Torment. Let's use this to move 2 and then have a summons move 2, and then they'll be close enough for me to do this. This number 2 is going to go 1, 2. We can have it move 2 again. We'll curse and have it attack. That's also bringing in darkness. Then at 23 is Uller. There you go. And oh, you can't even see it. It's behind them. I guess we can bring it in a little closer. I'm hoping we will be able to make some attacks, an attack against the ice sheet now. So with this one, draining arrows, it's only going to be an attack of 1, but we'll muddle these other 2 knuckleheads, and we'll go move 2 and heal 2 with Vile Assault. So 1, 2. I'll make the muddle, or the attack at disadvantage against this guy, and a full attack against the ice wall or glacier or what are they calling it? An ice covered gap in the floor. So I think maybe we're about to jump into a crevasse, I guess. Yeah, heal up a little bit and then make attacks against everything. So there's our first attack against the ice, which is our ultimate goal. Of course, on top of attacking them. Then at 27 is Mugen, way back here. And we're going to move 3. Is that right? Yeah, move 3 and then make this attack into my Abrase and attack 3 at range 3 or 4 with a push, and then we will change into Hugin, because these are the last 2 cards for Moonin. So let's make sure that Hugin will get a turn. Hugin has 3 cards in his hands, or claws, or whatever those are. So it'll be his turn to do something. We can run up and maybe kill the guard in the next round. That's my goal. All right, that'll do it. Let's see what the guard scout and our ally, the priest, is going to do. 15. So that's not bad. Just means we won't damage it a lot, and we'll get some retaliation. I think only with respect to our summon there. So that's not too bad. We're not getting an attack. That's important. The scout is Rancid Arrow, a move -2, an attack at range 3 with poison. So I think that's definitely the first time I've seen that. And I think it might be the first time I see them making a ranged attack, which is what I was kind of waiting for them to be doing. At 54, that's after all of us. And then our ally priest, lady, 10 to the clan, I'll take it. At 23, that's going to be going 23 after the drifter, but before the bone shaper. Or sorry, after the bone shaper. Oh, after the drifter, which is below, and before the germinate, Hugin and Moonin and Uller. Of course, those are the names. Okay, so parry thrust. We'll just keep this right here as a reminder. Okay, so now on to Vorder. Vorder is, well, let's first send these up. I did not want that to stand there, but that's the only place it can go. It does not have range. No, range of 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then this one will move up. Okay. And now we get to move 2. Let's move over here, and then we'll send that one up too. Now we get to use Eternal Torment. We will shuffle another curse into their deck. I'll do that in a second here. And our summon will make an attack of 2 + 2. Fantastic. It is going to, we also bring in darkness. It's already up there. I forgot about that last round. And so that's 4 damage, -1 from parry thrust. So that's 3 damage onto the number 4 guard. So he's at 4 damage. That gives him 6 health at the moment. And we need that to be killed by Moonin, please. Or Hugin, of course. Okay, so I'm going to shuffle that really quickly. And we will now move on to the Drifter, Uller. Uller is going to back up first with this. It's a move 2 with a heal 2, so 1, 2. Heal up 2. 1, 2. Okay, he's at 6 health now. And what's next? Then the draining arrows, which is going to be an attack targeting 3 at range 2. So here, here, and here, this will be disadvantage. And then we're going to muddle them, which is pretty special. So first, I'm going to make an attack against the guard back there. This is an attack of 1 plus 0. Well, he has that shield up, so nothing from that. Then a disadvantage with attack against the elite here. A 0 or a 0. Hey, that's fine by me. So 1 damage onto that scout. That puts it at 5 damage total. Let's muddle both of them. The guard and the scout. Okay. And then 1 attack, finally, the very first attack onto the ice sheet here. Nothing happens. Of course, because it's an object, we can't do anything. Like, it's not going to be muddled, of course. All right. First attack, fail. Uller. Honestly, Uller. All right, we're now up to the priest. The priest is going to go 1, 2. Just the 2, right? Yes. And then heal. It can heal Moonin 2. That's the most it can deal. Forgot about the retaliation here, of course. So here's my 2 damage for that the shambling skeleton. All right. So let's see here. Yeah, it can only reach, the only one that can reach that is damaged is Moonin. Oh, actually, it's going to heal itself because it has more damage than Moonin does. Moonin has 2 damage and she has 4. So we'll take away 3 health, or 3 damage, that is, from herself. That's good. I'm fine by that. That's it for her. Now it is Moonin's time. Moonin is. I wanted to go and take a seat here on that loot with that move 3. That's not going to be the case. But 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then we're going to make that switch, and then an attack of 3 at range 3 or 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we can hit the Algox guard for 3. Make it 3. Okay, and then push it 2. So 1, 2. But it does have the parry thrust up, so that's only going to deal 2 damage. So now it is up to 6 total damage. 4 more, and it's dead. And unfortunately, we just pushed it right into our buddy there. I guess we don't need to do that push. So let's just skip that push. Oh, that's actually a pull. See, I'm doing it again. Well, I can't make the pull anyway. That's it for us. Goes on to the scout. Scout is going to back up. It can go in either direction, so I'm going to do that. Flip again. Heads, tails, heads, tails, and that is heads. Sorry, it just like fell out of my hands. I wasn't just rolling it again. So it moves over here. It's going to make an attack against Uller. At disadvantage. Oh, so it's not going to move at all. I keep forgetting that. -1, -1. Okay. So that's an attack of 4 plus 0 -1 is 3. 1, 2, 3. And we are now poisoned for like the first time in a really long time. That's it for that round. The Algox guard is still muddled, and we need to get a move on trying to kill it with Moonin. Right. They did get to switch there, which is good. So Hugin would like to run up there and kill that guard. That's it for this round. Let's see what we can do next round. All right, so I took another short rest. This is the last turn that Uller is alive, and he dropped draining arrows. Uller's going first with prudent preparation for the move 2, because then I'm going to be using vile assault, an attack 2 poison, attack 2 wound. This is going to go into the ice. I'm not gonna use it to make any attacks against them. I'd rather just get it over with. We need to be hitting this, and he's the only one up there. So I'd really like for him to be doing that. He is poisoned, but I have my amulet of life and some winged shoes. Okay. Then at 30 is Vorder, and she's going to strengthen our Hugin there, because I want Hugin to be able to go up and make this attack strengthened. Why not, right? Then 30 is just for the initiative. I needed her to go early. I guess, yeah, I'm not gonna be able to heal her at all. She's full health, but I just wanted her to go before Hugin, because at 40, I'll be using this move 3 and then attack 2, attack 2. I need this Draugr to die. This is kind of an issue here. So if that Draugr is not attacked and killed before, then Hugin is kind of SOL. So he's going to have to stay back there. Maybe we go pick up loot or something, but he's not going to be able to run up and make an attack if it's blocked. That's it? That's it. Yep. So let's see what the guard is going to parry and thrust again, which is actually fine by me, because that means when the shambling skeleton attacks is going to die. So 15, the guard is going earliest. The priest is drain speed, which is even earlier. I don't even know if she's not going to be able to reach. She's stuck where she is right now with that speed, that move -1. And then the scout is going really late with rapid bolts and probably going to be making some attacks. Definitely going to be making some attacks, but going late at least. Okay, first is drain speed. She cannot move. She can only move 1. She has a movement of 1 -1, so she's stuck where she is. A range of 3, 1, 2, 3. That's nobody, so her turn is over. For being this like crazy, I don't know, she's bigger than the other Inox. She's not really helping. She's healing, which has been some help, but she's been too far to make some good attacks. She's made a couple good attacks. Okay, I'll give that to her. But they're not muddled anymore because they're not doing anything. But we do have to deal with that shield and also some retaliation. Now it's the Drifter. Okay, this is your last turn, buddy. Let's make an impression on yourself here. So we're going to move 2, and then attack 2 against the ice. And that burns that card. It was going to be the last turn for him regardless. So first attack 2 plus 0. Okay, so that's 2 damage. And then plus 2. So that's 4 damage. That's 6 damage down. Already half its health. So 10. We put a 3 and a 1 out there. Right? Yeah. So now it's at 6 health. That's not so well. I guess we need to do that first, huh? That would be good. Okay. I'm going to use the Amulet of Life just to remove that poison. I don't know why, just because it's there. We might as well do it. And oh, I don't think, yeah, you're not able to use it because you were attacked by the elite scout. So that stays on you for another round. Yeah, I guess so. If you go 1 round, it seems okay to be attacked by an elite scout or something that what's the word here? Impairs you, so you can't use your items. And it's removed at the end of the next turn. Well, if you are attacked again after your next turn, then you get it again. So you're not able to use it again. So yeah, can't remove that poison. That's fine. He's only going to be able to withstand 1 more hit anyway. So Bone Shaper's turn. You move up first. 1, 2, 3. You're now in range for an attack with a +1. That's pretty awesome because that's going to get through. That's an attack of 1 +1, and it has a shield 1, so 1 damage. Snakes through. Is now needs 3 damage. 3 damage. Okay. It does. Oh no. Now it's you. This is an attack of 2 with +0. So 1 damage gets through again, but it takes 2 damage for retaliation, which means our last shambling skeleton has died. That was number 3. Yeah. So they did pretty well. I was kind of hoping that they would be around to help with the ice sheet, but we still have them, and I can move up with her, and we can continue. So now it's her turn, and we're going to use Fell Remedy for just the move. But before we do that, let's get. Oh, actually, that goes down. It's waning, so now we can use it so that we can target 2. I will strengthen allies, so I'll strengthen both of them. Next round, our Wraith is strengthened, and this round, Moon and Hugin is strengthened. No experience for that, unfortunately. And then we're just going to use this I'm going to just back up here to pick up this loot. Let's see what that is. Some more metal. Just 1. She's going to be able to craft a lot, but I think she's going to contribute to building more than crafting for herself, that is. Maybe she picks something up. We'll see. Okay. Now we go on to the Germinate, which is Hugin. Hugin is going to move 3 with Hornet Stingers. 1, 2, 3. And attack 2. We do have to contend with that twice, but we are attacking at advantage. Yep. So first attack 2 is ×2 or +0. So that's 4 damage. -1 for parry and thrust. and it has 8. Well, that means it is dead. 8, 9, 10, and 11. We will drop this. Good work, buddy. Didn't even need that second attack, I guess. And that means he has fulfilled his battle goal of Exterminator. In the last room, that's 2 check marks. That's awesome. Slayer is never going to happen because there's only 1 enemy here. Actually, there are 2 enemies because the glacier, the ice, the ice sheet is what they're naming it. The ice sheet is considered an enemy. And so is that. Okay. Fantastic. So parry and thrust, that's gone, but the guards are all done anyway. Next is, who's up next? The scout. The scout is up next with rapid bolts. That's going to be an attack against Moonin, Hugin, and Uller at -1. So let's see. Both of them are just normal attacks. Yep. So that one is against Uller because of initiative. So no attack onto Uller. And here we go for Moonin, or Hugin, sorry. Man, Hugin and Moonin. I love the name, but I get mixed up quite a bit. Against Hugin, that is an attack of 4, and then he becomes impaired. No more, and so is Uller. Again, Uller's been impaired for this whole time. So, and he took 4 damage, 3 damage because of the rapid bolts -1, 1, 2, 3. Okay, and that's it for that round. We're just gonna jump right into the next round now. I don't have a whole lot of. I got a little bit of shuffling, but we'll jump right in here into, if not the last round, the second to last round, and then we'll do some cleanup and the episode. This is a long episode or a long scenario. Here we go into definitely not our final round, but we're getting close. If it's not going to be this round, it's probably going to be next round. Only 1 card left in the discard pile for poor Uller. Uller has been exhausted. We kind of knew that from, I think, in the first room way back here. I said he's not going to make it. I didn't have a lot of confidence back then, way back then. But to be honest, I tend to be lacking in confidence in a lot of games in general, and I prove myself wrong pretty frequently. So I need to get a little bit more confidence in myself and my gaming capabilities, even though I play for fun instead of I play for the fun and the puzzle, and I do like to challenge myself, but I don't need to master the game necessarily to have fun. So anyway, we took a short rest with Hugin there, and this is the one that was one of Moonin's cards that we lost. Too bad. Both of them now have 3 cards in their hand, so we're going to have a turn as Hugin. We're going to switch into Moonin. Moonin's going to have a turn, and then we have to rest again. So I am liking them. I am liking them. It's definitely not my favorite though. I think there's a lot for them that they offer a lot, but it's going to take me a long time to understand the switching back. It seems like you really do have to be burning cards to make them powerful. So it's going to take me some time. We're going first with him, and I'm using this for the initiative. We're going to move 2. Oh, yep, I have to move 2 with this one because this is the only card I have left for him that's able to make the switch. So we're just going to move up, maybe pick some loot up, and then make an attack, putting some poison on him, which is going to help us quite a bit. Then at 81, really late, is our 2 final shambling skeleton cards in our hand. We'll move 4 and bring in the other one. Yep, we can do that. And so 1, 2, 3, 4, I want to bring it as close to this as possible so it chases this instead of that. But I guess if this is on the board, it will always go for that first instead of that one, unless it's like directly adjacent to it. That's it. So, Drifter, you're all done, buddy. Let's see what our scout is going to do. Calculated strike at 69. So that's obviously before the Bone Shaper. And the priest, what's she gonna do? 10 to the calm. 10 to the calm. 10 to the clam. 10 to the clan. Okay, 10 to the clan. It's gonna move up and heal us again. Okay, so first germinate. I was considering to make this attack for the burn. I'm not doing it so that we don't burn it and we potentially get it back and I can potentially use it back here. But I also need to make that switch now. So I do have to do that. I mean, I don't have to. No, I don't have to. Moonin has some range attacks that we can make against this if it gets sketchy in the next round. So yeah, move. We'll go pick up this loot. And then let's make the Hornet Stings attack, putting a poison on it. And then we'll switch. I'm going to make the switch now because I will forget if I don't. That's an attack of 1, -1. That's how that goes. Okay, we've made the switch. Not impaired anymore, but obviously that's going to happen again. We did get a loot, and we picked up a coin. All that loot that we got in the first 2 scenarios, we're just not getting the money this time around. Okay, priest, we can see a 1, 2, okay. And then a heal at 3, range 3, can reach Moonin. I will take the 3 because he had way more damage than anybody else at this point. Yeah, okay. That's it. Now on to the scout. The scout does not need to move, going to be attacking Moonin. Whoops, that's not your deck. We're pulling from back here. A -1, okay. With a +1, it's an attack of 4, plus and minus, so it's just 4 damage onto Moonin. And of course, impaired again. That Amulet of Life, we would like to use it, but we're not able to get to it. So I'm glad that I just healed. I'm glad the 10 to the clan just happened so that we could use that. Okay, now on to the Vorder. Angry Spirits, I'm going to move up. Make an attack at advantage because we're still strengthened with it. So a +1 or a +1. Well, +1. Oh, that's right. It just got poisoned. Even though no damage came through, it got poisoned. I forgot about the poison. That was like something I was excited about. So it got poisoned. I just got an attack of 1 +1 from this, and the poison, that's 3 damage. So we're at 8 out of 13. Dang. Okay. Now we will go 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess we can just go pick up that loot, honestly. Let's go pick up the loot. Yeah, let's pick up the loot. That way, no, don't pick up that loot. Don't pick up that loot. Instead, we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4 and with returned servant. And then we will use life and death to put another shambling skeleton down. Another, I guess, because we've put so many at this point. I don't know how many. This would be number 5, I think. We put one out, it died. We had all 3 out, all of them died, and now this is number 5. One of its masteries is Vorder. Kill at least 15 of your summons. So we're a third of the way there. That's pretty crazy. But cool. So maybe that will save Moonin a little bit. That's another XP for her. Okay. All right. End of round. Yeah. I think next round we'll be able to do it. I'm going to take a short rest real quickly, so I'll just do this on camera with Vorder. There's no reason at all to take a long rest and wait. She does take 2 damage for that. Okay. And that one. Fell Remedy, that's fine with me. Don't need to be healing at this point. We need to be killing. So I'll make 2 choices here for Germinate, one for Vorder, and then we'll make all these attacks. Pick up that loot, I hope, with Moonin, and kill both of them in this round. That is the goal. All right, so I take back what I just said. The Germinate is not here for glory. It is here for fun. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to play in a role with it at this point, and it's just going to play for fun now. So we're going at 18 for both of them. I didn't even notice that. 71 and 36. So Germinate's going first, followed by the Bone Shaper. And I'm just going to show you when it gets to their turn. They're both going probably first. Priest, nothing special, so that's probably going to be what kills it. And then Scout, also nothing special. So yeah. We've got the Germinate. Moonin is going up first, and I'm just going to go for experience for him. 18. What we're going to do with this is Mind Spike. Target 3 with Immobilize. Oh, only at 4. All right, well, I guess I can't do that. I can't do this one because it's only at range 4 or 5. I forgot about that part. I wanted it to just suffer damage and gain an experience. Instead, we're just going to do this bottom. It's a heal of 4, and then it's herself only and regenerate. We can't use any of that, but does get an experience, and that's the name of the game. I'm just going to use this as an attack of 2, plus 1, so that's an attack of 3, 4 because of the poison. 4 damage is not enough to kill it. Let's see here. Nope, it has 12 damage out of 13, and it's poisoned. Yep, that's how that goes. But we have a whopping 5, and we can't make that switch. Nope. We have a whopping 5 experience now, right? Out of 150. I don't, I don't know how that's going to work. Then, after that, now we go to Vorder. Vorder we'll have this one attack first, of course, as per usual. That's an attack of -1. Well, hey, that's enough because it's an attack of 1 +1 for the poison. So that's 1 damage, and that's all that was needed to kill that. Now, this is actually kind of interesting. That has been killed. Because what is Mr. Draugr going to be doing? Draugr is going to go 1-2 and make an attack of 2 against the ice. Okay, so we're going to use our card to move 2 to pick up that loot. And then we're going to bring in another shambling skeleton. We've got the health to do it, and we're getting experience from all of it, so let's just do it. That brings in number 2, which will go right here. And from there, we'll have 2 skeletons attacking it. I thought we would get Slayer right there, right then and there, because if it made a decent attack against this, like a +1 or something, then I would have her run up and just make an attack instead of bringing in another one. But can't have it, can we? All right, so Germinate Bone Shaper. Scout is dead. No more Scout. And we picked up loot. So let's see what that is. Again, rock root. Okay, we'll take that. Then we go to the priest. The priest is going to actually help us. It's a plus. It's just a move of +0, so it's not getting it close enough, I guess. Okay, that's it for that round. I think you can kind of see what's about to happen here. We only need to hit it like 2-3 times and then it's gone. So what I'm going to do is I need to take a rest with Moonin, and I'm going to make it a long rest, because if I take a short rest, then I can't switch, and there's a good chance that I'm not going to be able to go with Moonin. So I'm just going to take a long rest. Yep. And that will be bringing in, I'll make the switch to Hugin and potentially run up and make a big attack later. As for, what's her name? Oh, I can't heal. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to heal myself. Okay. Well, we're just going to play 2 cards. It really doesn't matter what 2 cards those are. And then we're going to pull for the priest. The priest has drain speed. That's a, man, I keep hitting this camera. That's a drain. That's a -1 movement, and it's going before me. Yep. So it's going to go 1, and then at a range of 3, it can't reach a range of 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that turn is over, which brings us to the Bone Shaper Vorder. And that means everything's going to start moving its way. 1, 2, that's out of range. Number 1 is going to make the attack. So here comes the first attack from Shambling Skeleton number 1, -2. Okay. Number 2, -1. 1 damage. So it's still alive. And then she gets to go, and I think I can skip. Yeah, I can skip this top part. Oh no, but this one doesn't. So I can't curse it, so this doesn't work. And that's really all I can do here. I don't have like a way to move very far. So I'll just move back, and maybe I'll be able to pick that loot up in the next round. Okay. Right now she has 2 health. Otherwise, I would have brought in another shambling skeleton, but that would have killed her. And I don't think I'd get the XP. And they're the ones that are probably going to win this game for me, or this scenario. Okay, well, that means that Moon in here we just picked up a long rest. We're going to get rid of Mind Spike and then make the free switch into Hugin, which just got blocked again by these stupid skeletons. Oh my goodness. This is insanity. So he's not going to be able to do what I want him to do. Nope. Nope. Okay, well, we're gonna do something anyway. Okay, end of round. Let's go into the next round. I'm just gonna take a let's see, a long rest, I guess. Yeah, it doesn't matter for her at this point. So let's take a long rest for Vorder, and then Moonin or Hugin is going to go at 14. Let's see what the priest is going to do. 10 to the clan. That's basically that's useless. So I'm just going to throw it to the side here. For Hugin's turn, we're just going to use the bottom ability of Changeling's Boon, which means he gets a blessing. I don't even think I'm going to do it. But more importantly, he's going to gain experience. That's just going to go up into his active persistent ability, but he gains an experience for it. And that gets discarded. And honestly, like that's it for them too. We do have to make this switch though, because now both of them just have 1 card each. Okay. Now it goes to the long rest for Vorder. Vorder is going to, I guess this thing would have moved up. Vorder, let's see, the Angry Spirit attacks first. This is an attack of 1 plus 0, so that's 1 damage. 1 damage gone. Let's make sure we can see what's going on in this last attack here. Then Shambling Skeleton number 1. That's a +1, so that's an attack of 2 plus 1, 3 damage gone. 1 more damage for that final one, +2. They did it. They did it. Ice sheet gone. Everybody's dead. And there's 1 loot right there. I screwed up. I guess if I would have taken a short rest, then I would have been able to pick that up. Yeah. Oh well. That's fine. Whatever. That is the end of the scenario. So let's go back to the rule, or to the scenario book here. Let's find, we say at the end of that round, read 77.3. 77.3. The ice barrier shatters with a great ear-splitting crack, and you look down through the hole to a chamber far below. Stone floor covered in strange runic symbols, and a spiral of pedestals radiating out from its center. Sky Hall, it would seem. However, it's much too far to simply jump. Ha! Finally, it's open! You turn to see the Algox you rescued staring forward. She nods with a confident, satisfied frown. These foul ice speakers cannot hope to keep this mountain now. She bends down and grabs a handful of snow, testing it between her fingers. Satisfied, she brings it to her face and whispers. The white powder flies from her hand and swirls around her, whirling like a miniature storm. The snow lifts her off the ground and carries her gently down through the hole. Ah, the Algox calls to you from below. Are you not coming? Plenty more ice speakers to kill. On cue, the snow around you swirls into a great eddy of white and lifts you like a leaf, carrying you down through the opening, just like the Algox. As you float down, you get a grand view of the majestic open cavern that must be the Sky Hall. It is a circular layout of stone seats with a raised platform in the center that holds an ornate altar. The priest is doing something at the altar, perhaps praying. When you land, but she quickly turns and introduces herself as Lanprol, explaining the situation. According to her, the mountain, Snowscorn, is a site of great religious significance to all Algox. However, the clans in the area are divided into two rival factions who disagree violently over how to communicate with their god. Of course they do. Such is every war. The Snow Speakers, led by the priest in front of you, believe their god speaks to them through the snow falling from the heavens, while the Ice Speakers, or Dirt Lovers, claim to commune with divinity through ice that emerges from the ground below. Currently, the Ice Speakers inhabit the mountain, but when their war party went out to attack Frosthaven and returned battle-weary, the Snow Speakers used the opening to launch an attack of their own. But there is no more time for speech, she says decisively. The battle must be raging in the mountain's heart. So if you want my help, we must head there with all haste. With that, the Snowspeaker chieftain turns and moves to a tunnel leading deeper into the mountain. You're not sure which side you should take here, but you know this information is valuable. If you can help turn the tide in the Snowspeaker's favor, you might be able to broker a truce with the victors. You follow the priest deeper into the mountain, wondering whether this is what Satha had in mind. All right. That is cool. Now, I know that they're like in the Kickstarter campaign, they talked about kind of choosing a side, that there's the Ice Speakers and the Snow Speakers kind of a thing. And in this case, we get to choose a side. I guess if you can help turn the tide in the Snow Speakers' favor, those are the ones that we were just attacking, right? No, those are the ones we're helping. They're the Ice Speakers. That's right. Okay. So Ice Speakers, if we can get the Snow Speakers' favor, then we can get a truce between them and Frosthaven. But I wonder if we can actually choose to fight for the Ice Speakers instead. I don't know. Regardless, this is where we are now. Reward, gain 1 check each. Place map overlay sticker W on the map in location W, which is M7. And a new scenario, Heart of Ice locked, which means we have to go there now. Like the exclamation point chain, we have to go now. And locked out of scenario, or linked, should have said linked. Locked out of scenario, Algox offensive. We can't do 3. We have to do 4. We each gain a check, and we put W on the map. That's a lot. Let me kind of go through all of those things step by step real quickly. Actually, one thing I can do really quickly is give everyone a check. Let's do that real quick. So Vorder, check. Hugin and Moonin, check. And Uller, check. Okay, that's a good start. I will put the scenario away, and I'll pull out the map and start getting the stickers ready to be put on, and we'll discuss what's going to happen next in the future of the campaign. I do want to point out that I forgot to do a road event, so I'm kind of on the fence of what to do with that, because I don't really want to pull a road event now. It doesn't make any sense. But I also feel like pulling a road event might be an okay thing to do. I just don't want to go into this next scenario like poisoned when we should be going in fresh. So I think I'm just going to skip it and say, too bad, I'm sorry, I made a mistake. And I'll make sure to follow this checklist. I keep forgetting on the back of the rulebook is like a player aid, a quick reference sheet. And on here it says beginning a scenario, checklist, scenario phase, blah, blah, blah. So it has everything that I need without going into the rulebook and saying like, what do I have to do next? I need to be using this a lot more, the back of the rulebook. So my bad, no road event this time. I promise in the future I'll be better about that. So yeah, on to cleanup, and then let's get that map set up. So we've got more to do. I've given, as you saw, I gave everyone the check marks. Here's where we stand at the moment after doing everything. 23 experience for Uller. I think I'm all right with that. No gold. Picked up some of this arrow root or arrow vine or something like that, and 3 medals. And he did kill one of the guards that he needed. So if he can kill one more guard, that would be good. And then we just need to get some lurker claw crushers and bolt shooters. He's at 2 check marks because we did pick up Mugger, which is pretty decent. Good start there. Next, for Hugin and Moonin, we picked up 14 experience. Unfortunately, only 6 of that can go towards their personal quest. So I'm realizing now, it's not that bad for them. I just need to be getting something like 10 experience per scenario. And in about 15 scenarios, we'll be getting their personal quest finalized or fulfilled. A little bit of gold, 1 hide, and they do have 3 check marks now, but I don't think I can do this until I'm back in Frosthaven. So I'm going to leave this off for now. I'm going to look that up really quickly. And if I can get it, I don't think I can, but if I can, then I'll do that at the beginning of next episode. As for Vorder, she did not fulfill that quest. That was Slayer. That one was, I thought we were going to get it right at the end, but we got some horrible pulls. Yeah, Exterminator for Hugin and Moonin. All right, 18 experience. That's not so bad. A little bit of gold. 2 wood, 1 metal, 3 hides, and a rock root. Good job, Vorder, when it comes to being a hoarder. Just made that up. I was not waiting to use that, I promise. Okay, so one other thing to talk about is the personal quest for Vorder. I'll get to that here in a minute, but let's go through the motion on punching number 4 out, and then putting some stickers on the board here for the overlay and everything else. So first, let's get number 4 out so that we can see what it is. Let's see here. The Heart of Ice. So that one is, what is that? Oh, yeah, there it is, guys. I knew it wouldn't be too long before we'd see our first boss scenario. It is Gloomhaven at heart anyway. So here comes a boss scenario with the 3 that I kind of don't want to go into a boss fight, but there they go. They have to do it. So we're gonna have to do it. It's force linked. This is the team we're going in with. and we can't go back to Frosthaven to perform an outpost phase to build anything, to get any gear for them. Huh. Yeah, okay. This does, once it's done, it unlocks 7, 8, 6, and 5. And this is another one of those. We can only do 6 or 5. So something else that we have to do while we're looking at this. Where is it? Algox offensive is locked. Bam. Can't do that one anymore. That's fine by me anyway. Don't need to do it. So we're coming into Heart of Ice now, and let's see here. Locked out of scenario, Algox offensive. And so let me put that 4 sticker on the map. We also have to put an overlay sticker, which is pretty cool. These look like a little mini map with some more locations on it that aren't on the map already. You'll see what I'm talking about here in a moment. Okay, so I spent some time trying to find our scenario 4, and I realized I have to put the overlay sticker on first. Okay, whoever, honestly, it seems like half of the scenarios and stickers that I'm putting on the map so far are on creases. So that means I've put 2 stickers each. Makes it more fun. Okay, this goes on W. So the crease is right there, which means this goes on that crease. But how do I see how it lines up? All right, that is not even close to perfect, and I hate it. Okay, so there's that. I might spend some time to try and lift up this one and bring it up a little bit more because it's gonna bug me. Okay, that's W. Now we have to put sticker 4 on there, which is also on the freaking grease. All right, that's better. 4. There. Don't care anymore. I'm never going to look at that little space again. All right. So that's it for W and 4. I like it. I like that a lot. I know I'm being a little negative here. I like being negative sometimes. But honestly, it's there's so many creases. They could have, I don't know. Whatever. I know I'm being a little negative. I do like this. I like being able to put stickers on here. This is my board. I put that sticker on crooked. I don't care. That's my piece, my game. So that's that's that. And that W, I've locked that scenario. We have to go to 4 next. Okay. Before I do any of that, I want to just, while we're looking at the map here, the Eisther outpost says that we have to unlock 65 and then follow it to conclusion. Well, obviously we can't do that now, but let's unlock 65 at least and put it on the map. So this is out in on top of this Is this just ice, or is this like ice? Like, is it okay? I see some things growing on it, so maybe it's snow, but there's some ice in it. But number 65, a strong foundation has been unlocked. That's slightly easier to put on. There we go. That looks much better. So that's been unlocked. We can definitely look at doing something like that in the very near future. Maybe as like a, once this is over, maybe we go and take a little side quest to help the Bone Shaper out for a change. Right. Okay. Well, that's it. Honestly, we just need to go ahead and set up the board, set up the next scenario here, which is going to be scenario number 4. And would you know it, we're going to be fighting all Algox again. I would like a change of pace. Let's maybe. I'm thinking that this would be a good place to go, just for a change of pace. So we'll have to check that out. But this is the team. This is who we're going in with. Obviously, I've learned quite a bit on how to not play them, but importantly, what do I like and not like about them? I think now that I've played as them once, I don't know if I did this and I got a chance to play, if I did this with the other 3. But now that I've played this was kind of the 3 that I didn't know if I was going to like or not. So putting them all together, I've learned quite a bit, and let's share some of that. Drifter, I like the Drifter. I like the Drifter quite a bit, actually. When my first impressions of them, where's the rule book here? Came from the rule book on, let's see here, on the very first page, I think. Yeah, starting classes. I read this. Low complexity, medium, high, and high. I was reading these and I was like, yeah, I like that one. Yeah, it says jack of all trades. Okay, probably not going to like a low complexity jack of all trades. Probably, I mean, I'm going to like it, but it's not going to be my favorite of the 3. Bone Shaper, this sounded the most exciting of these 3, but I wanted to try out the Deathwalker before the Bone Shaper. And then the Blink Blade says high complexity. It kind of reminds me of the Scoundrel, like zip in, zip out, like go late to go into hit and then early to hit and run. And that's definitely something that the Blink Blade is good at. I knew I just wasn't going to like anything about this. However, after looking at their cards and giving them all a try, I like the Drifter. I like the Drifter a lot, actually. To have 15 experience just from manipulating 2 cards up here, the tokens on those 2 cards, that's awesome. And that's exciting. I'm excited to see where that goes. The Germinate, Hugin and Moonin, I can't say that I'm excited to play them again, but I'm definitely looking forward to learning more about them now. I was very close-minded about them, and I feel like I was a bit biased. Biased in a way of like I was closed-minded because I didn't think I was going to like them, and then I've learned about it, and it's actually not too bad. It's not too bad. I don't think that this should have been a starting class. Still, I'm going to stay with that, but I do look forward to seeing. I've checked out their X cards, of course, and we'll be bringing in some X cards for all 3 of them because I feel like I certainly was missing a card or 2 for well, 1 card for both, I think, for both sides. So I'm probably missing something here and definitely missing something over here. Bone Shaper, I love the Bone Shaper. I gotta say that again at the beginning I was like, oh yeah, I'm looking forward to playing and seeing what it is, but it's just another summoner. No, it's not. Um, it's, in my opinion, it's better than the summoner. If you don't know what I'm talking about, then don't worry about it. But if you do know what I'm talking about, then either you agree or disagree. I think that the summoner is good, but I definitely think the bone shaper is better. Uh, I don't mind too much about losing health. I think it's pretty easy to not lose control of the health because she just kind of stays behind and shoos uh, her minions, her shambling skeletons up to do her bidding, and I really like that. Like the story in this is there. There is a story here too, and I can appreciate the story. Over here, there's not really a story necessarily because it's you're playing like a Euro game on his cards. Um, but if I'm gonna say like like the story is what you build, what your engine, like your Euro engine builder, is up here, and how you play the drifter for that particular scenario is the story that you've created for that scenario. Um, but I wouldn't say that like his cards create the story. You create the story with building that. Over here, you really do need to be switching back and forth frequently instead of like attack and then in the next round go and make a switch. No, you should be like burn, 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 and really helping each other out with those burn abilities because they bring in like this one will bring in ice. This one can use ice and then bring in fire, which this one can use fire. Sometimes bring in maybe light. We need to figure out how to bring in light because none of those cards bring in light. That's the X's. Some of those X's bring in light, but you do have to burn in order to do that. So the abilities that burn bring in elements, and the abilities that don't burn get stronger from the elements that were burned from before. So, but you have to make that switch. It's if this is a Euro game, um, this is certainly a mini game over here as well. Of I guess not really an engine builder, but it's definitely Euro-y. Um, over here, it's just how fast can I lose all of my health and then I need to heal back up again. So um, more so in Frosthaven, these feel like games than in Gloomhaven, just at least for the starting six. I think that's a fair thing to say, but they're certainly more complex, even the ones that aren't as complex. It's more complex than the starting six of the of the starting six in Gloomhaven, and I'm okay with that because I've played Gloomhaven. Is there anything else? I don't think there's anything else. Oh, one more thing. Talking about story, I love the loot mechanic. I think it's probably one of my favorite things in the game. When we're talking, like, of course, playing the scenario is the best part, and the outpost phase is right there with it. But when it comes to like certain mechanics, this loot deck is fantastic because again, it's it's building the story. When we're in an environment in the woods, I hope that 38 and 8 and like 117, I hope these scenarios just take all of the wood from and add it to their loot deck. And maybe when we're in the mountains, there's more metal. I hope that's the case. I don't see why they wouldn't do that. And if they don't, I'm gonna be so mad. But honestly, I think the fact like when we raided and we picked up that chest with Uller, and it was just became this like stockpile of resources. Uh, I don't remember exactly what he picked up, but I think it was like metal and arrow. The arrow vine, I think, is, yeah, it was like metal arrow vine, something like that. I think that's what he picked up. That's that's awesome. Instead of just like, oh, you gained 15 gold. I mean, I would take 15 gold, but I would rather take some resources and I can build something with it. And I feel like I'm part of the game. So well done. Well done with that. I love this loot deck. I think it's fantastic. All right. On that note, this has been a hell of a scenario. And I'm glad that one's over, but it's definitely making me think on how long these future scenarios are going to be. Uh, I mean, I'm going to be honest here. It took me 4 nights to play this one scenario, and I'm already editing the. I think I've gotten through the first night of gameplay editing, and I'm realizing that this scenario is like over 7 hours long of video, and I can't do that. So um, I've already cut down the previous scenario. That's the way it's going to have to be. I'm not going to make a 5-6 hour video, and I don't want any of you to sit for that long. I know you would probably break it up, but these videos are going to be broken up to about hour and a half chunks, depending on how many. I don't think I want to go more than like 3 chunks. So they might become longer if that's the case. But just to give you guys an idea, if a scenario is taking me forever, then because I like these tangents like this one, then there's going to be more chunks, like 2, 3, maybe 4. But I think 4 would be my limit. So anyway, that's it for this episode. I really hope you enjoyed it. I hope you've learned quite a bit. We're going to be going into Heart of Ice for the next scenario, for the next episodes. And there's some interesting things happening in this one. So I'm excited to set that up and start playing that. Yeah, and sharing that scenario, that boss fight with you all. Cool. Well, I hope you enjoyed this. You can let me know by leaving a like or a comment. And with that, thanks for stopping by. I hope to see you next time.